Tanisha now joining us live on the broadcast. Well, Tanisha, this chat clearly indicates how Shraddha was probably sensing it. She was also trying to weigh other options in life because she knew that this relationship was toxic and she really did fear for her life. This again brings us back to the question as you're standing outside that Mehroli house where Aaftab stayed, that was this a crime committed in the spur of the moment, or was it very carefully crafted and stage managed that Aaftab went on to kill Shraddha?
Well, it does not seem that it was at the heat of the moment that Aaftab, chopped his live-in partner into 35 pieces, because when we talked to the close associates, the close friends of Shraddha, they go on to say that they knew Aaftab in a very indirect manner and that he was very aggressive and arrogant in nature. And not just this, when we talked to the doctor who had treated Aaftab's wound, he, not knowing Aaftab, also could point out that Aaftab's nature was quite arrogant and quite aggressive. He did point that out to us, and he also said that Aaftab, when he came to get his wound treated, he looked very restless and that he could not sit at one position. So this clearly showed that these are signs of him being arrogant, being restless, being aggressive in nature. And remember, Shraddha's father has also pointed out as to how he had warned Shraddha not to be with this man. Shraddha's friend have also told to Republic, they've revealed to Republic that Shraddha was continuously being assaulted there, and there are several things which points out to saying that Shraddha did actually fear for her life. So clearly this showed that this was the brutal killing was not at the heat of the moment, but it was certainly a planned murder, because a person cannot kill somebody, cut into 35 pieces, and then slowly over the time period of 18 days throw her body parts into a forest which is deep, dense inside, where nobody goes to. So clearly a recce must have been done about the forest, about where he should be throwing the body parts, because remember, when we went inside the very forest, when we went inside the Mehroli forest, the Aravali forest, the locals there pointed out saying they did not see anybody coming late at night, and they could not even spot, because number one, that forest didn't have any security. Number two, the forest was so dense that it was really difficult to figure out how and when could anybody get inside that forest, and if something was dumped inside. So clearly this was a very nicely planned murder, and how he planned the aftermath of when he committed the murder, because clearly he tried leaving no signs of the case that, of anybody to suspect him. Also to be noted is that after the murder, he was living a very, very normal life. After the murder, he did invite somebody from the dating app who did come to his residence. There are locals here. I am right now at his residence, Mehroli residence, and there are locals here who say that they did see a woman coming by, but they are all off record. So these are all through sources and the locals that we're getting to know, which is all off record, that a woman did come to this apartment. So very gory details that are coming out, very chilling observations, chilling details that are emerging from this very case, where it certainly does not stop to murder, strangulation, chopping and dumping, but it seems to be much more than that, and details about the same is emerging in the case.
Yes, absolutely true that, and which is why he is being watched 24/7 by the cops. His body language as he continues to be questioned, even in police custody, where he is for 5 days. Earlier this afternoon, the police also took him to the Mehroli forest where they recreated the crime scene, and my colleague also tried to question Aaftab when he was being taken with the cops. Let's listen into that sequence.
आप दूर रहे हैं,
आप ठीक है आप
दूर रहे हैं,
चलो कोई नहीं Here you can see that there is drama which is going on.
ने जंगल के अंदर इन्वेस्टिगेशन, पुलिस की टीम आफताब को लेकर यहाँ पर थाने के अंदर जा रही है। ये देखिए तस्वीर में आप देख सकते हैं कि आफताब,
Here you can see that Aaftab is being taken, and there are dramatic scenes that are being returned. The officials do not want to allow us to go, but there are people who are over here who is just saying, and we are just, this is the visuals which are being presented to you by my video journalist.
काफी लोगों की
who is accused of
And this is the
dismembering her body, and now you can see the police officers.
तलाश थी वो और पुलिस ने की। मैंने कैमरामैन रवि पांडे आपको देखिए आफ्ताब की तस्वीरें आप लोग पाएंगे। आफ्ताब इसी पुलिस की गाड़ी के अंदर बैठ कर